Okay, there we go. All right, oh, let me get some here. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Art in the Morning. I'm Dede. This is a Wednesday. I say Wednesday impromptu. Seems like I'm streaming every Wednesday, but I don't schedule a Wednesday stream. So if I don't stream on a Wednesday, don't email me. Monday's my scheduled day. But I don't mind streaming for a little bit before other streamers stream on Wednesday or Friday or whatever. So my plan actually was today to go shopping, but I kind of pulled my back yesterday hauling the vacuum around. So I'm not going to go shopping. I mean, it's not, don't get me wrong, I'm not like incapacitated or anything, but I'm not up for going clothing shopping, which I don't like to do anyway. But so I'm not really up for that today. So we're going to stream a little bit. And I have kind of a little bit of a plan after talking to everybody that's here. Hey, Jean, anybody else popping in? Lynn, I think I said hi to pretty much everybody before I hit record. So if you pop in afterwards, just thanks for being here. I got my little, these are my little camera focus items. So before I hit record, somebody was asking me if I ever made a junk journal. Well, I do make them. And if I pulled one to show that I can really make one out of junk, literally, like trash, stuff you're going to throw away, packaging and stuff. So this one I made probably, I'm guessing, it had to be probably about 4 years ago when Tara, who she's usually not here during the streams, but I know she watches YouTubes. I follow her on Facebook and she's around. So Tara, Sugared Elephant, Tara, had a challenge a few years ago to make a junk journal, literally out of junk. So I've shown it before, but I don't think I've shown it recently, so I'm going to show it again. And it is a junk journal made out of jeans. It's some of my old overalls. Literally, these are my old overalls. And so it's made out of old overalls. This one's kind of twisted. I need to fix that one. And it does, they are actually functioning. It's a functional overall closure. And what's nice about it, if you do make one, now you don't have to make it out of junk. You could make one like this if you have any old overalls or this could be a belt, you know. But you can, if you make a journal out of it, you can put your pencils and things in, so it's functional too. It's like, anyway. So I'm going to show it to you. So the base of it, I used one of these old it's an old file thing, like file folder, one of these file folder things that you use, accordion files. That was the base I used, and I wrapped it. It's been a while since you've seen this one, Julie. Yeah. And I wrapped it and put it together all with glue, because I don't sew. Put it all together with glue, and I'll show you how it works. So you just it unstraps like that, okay? And it opens up like this. And again, the accordion base makes two signatures, if you will. Make some space here. I don't want to knock over my coffee. Okay. And so, again, there's the pockets right here and right here, so you can put things in that. And you can configure this anyway, right? You can configure it however you want. But I use the waistband, here's the waistband, and then right here I just pinned a piece of the jean through the holes where the buttons would close on the side of the overalls, and just kind of tightened it up. That way it could be, tight around the book. And again, this is just one of the old accordion file, but it could be cardboard. It doesn't have to be an accordion file. It could be cardboard. But what I did is I used the files. Let's see if I can get it sideways. I used the file folder as the point of glue. I don't know if you can see it, but the accordion file is where I glued the trash in. And so I used old greeting cards, old packaging, and I have two old cards that were Hubster's birthday cards from the daughters, and he's not going to keep them. And if I didn't do something like this with them, then they would get trashed. So now remember, these are 4 years ago, and these should still work. We'll see what happens. So this is a happy birthday, Dad. So they're the musical cards. Okay, and then on this one, he loves old spaghetti western, so. So those are the first, you know, glue in, right? Now you can see, look, this is not cut neat. It's not cut neat. It's just all cut and glue. There's no, it's a no-sew project. But I'll just show you some of the things I put in it. Like old, you know, the old cards, packaging. Look, these are old, you know, packaging. This is old basic gray ribbon. Tags off of clothes. So it's just all packaging. Here's a Scotch tape packaging, a popcorn, a Peeps, another basic gray, some jeans, the crackers. And then here's a little card. This is from the grandkids to me, so it's a card in there, and all kinds of little packaging. Again, all glued in, glued and taped. Old HP paper, another birthday card. So you can see that you can just put whatever in it. Now, you could cover these up. You could paint over these. You could paint over any of it and actually write in it if you wanted to actually make it a working journal. I just had fun making it. I just had fun making it. So again, all kinds of bits of packaging, so you can see. And I just glued them in different configurations, like side by side, and so that they offset, you know, each other. Here's one that has a packaging with a window in it. I like that. A 6x6 paper pad cover. The top off of an envelope box. All kinds. There's some Kleenex. The top of a Kleenex. So you can see, you can use anything to make a junk journal. There's another Peeps. And so yeah, moon pie. There's a moon pie. That's what I need to do. I need to stamp out my stamps. I want to catalog my stamps, which I don't have a lot. I mean, well, I do have a lot, but I've got rid of a lot of stamps. But the ones that I want to use for pattern making, like making patterns, I have some plans for using the stamps I have to make patterned paper. And we've all done that at some point, but I want to do it more. So I do need to stamp out my stamps. And the reason it made me think of that was because Lisa carved me, her first hand-carved stamp was a moon pie. So yeah, so you can see all that. Some macaroni and cheese, another back of a card. So again, it makes two flaps like this, closes up like this, and then the overalls just flap over the top, and that closes it. And again, it's probably never going to get used as a journal, guys. But I had fun making it in Tara's trash journal, challenge. And you found a moon pie in your magazines. Just it. We got us some moon pies and RC Cola down here, Carrie. No need to send me any, hon. Anyway, so I wanted to re-show that. Okay, so the other thing we're going to do, now right now Carrie can put the link again. Let me take a sip of coffee, guys. Sherry's doing a secret sister swap, so I'm not going to do the swap right now. So maybe like midsummer or something we'll do this. So if you want to kind of plan on doing it, we'll do a swap later. But I'm not announcing any details about it or anything right now because Sherry's doing hers. But the plan is I want us to do a color book page. Okay, do a color book page, and if you don't want to cut up your color book, then print it out on cards. Even if you put it on heavy cardstock, then you don't have to do the second step here that I'm going to talk about. But if you just want to color it in the book and tear it out, or make a copy on thin paper and color it and cut it out, and then cut it into ATC size. Now that may mean, depending on the kind of color book you use, that may mean losing part of the page. In other words, like, let me get a slide. Hang on, guys. So for instance, let me show two different size color books. So for instance, I should do this exact size. Let me see here. So if we have, well, let me tell you first and we'll talk about the size. So what we'll do is you'll color a color book page and you'll cut it down to 9 ATCs. That should fit, I think. Well, we'll do the measuring in a minute. And but if your color book page is bigger, like let's say you use a big square one, and you want to cut down to 9 ATCs, you might be losing some of your color book page depending on what part you use on the color book page, or if you're using something more your standard 8.5 by 11 size, then you should be able to not lose too much. My point is what we'll do is you'll color a color book page and then cut it down into 9 ATCs and glue your color book page onto cardstock, or print out your color book page on cardstock, which would probably be the easiest thing. And then cut them down into 9 ATCs, and we'll do the self-addressed stamped envelope and all that stuff. And send it to me, and I'll do a swap. And then they'll all be mixed up, so it'll be like a puzzle that the person that gets your cards, and you'll get the whole set when you do the swap. I'm not going to like send one to one person and one to another. You'll get the whole 9, right? So anyway, so what do y'all think about that? Y'all think that would be fun to do? Yeah. Hey, Dasha. So what we'll have to do, though, is when we do announce it, we'll have to do, I'll have to put a limit on it. So y'all just be prepared, because I can't swap out thousands, right? So that we'll do that probably after Sherry's thing in July. Okay. So, but be thinking about it. You can plan it out. What page you might want to color and cut up. So we'll do this probably. Sherry's thing is her secret sister swap is, which I know a lot of people that's a bigger project. This is going to be an easier project. So you won't have, it's not going to be a lot of work. Just color a page and cut them up, basically, right? But we'll probably have this sometime the end of July or something like that. We'll make the announcement. So I'll keep this handy. All right? Yes, that's what it is, Janet. It's going to be a color book page swap. But you're going to cut it up. You're going to cut the page up. And either print your color book page on cardstock, or mount it on cardstock. And so there'll be 9 of them. So everybody will get 9 ATCs. I think 9 will fit in an envelope. We've done it before. Let me show you some of the, you know what I'll do real quick? I think I'll take a minute and show you some of the other things that we've swapped, like zines, and I'll show you some other ways to use your ATCs in a little file folder. So let's do that for a minute. So yeah, so that's what that will be. It will be a color book page swap, but you're going to cut them up into ATCs. I'll do one here in a minute, okay? Well, I don't know how much I'm going to get colored. Maybe I'll take a color book page I've already done to show you an example. I'll cut one up I've already done because we won't have time to color a full-on page, cut it up, and do all that in like 2 hours. But I do want to show you a couple other things here. All right. So, speaking of ATC size things, all right, so let me show you a couple ideas that you can do with ATC size things or zines. We've done a couple of zine swaps here. Now, I'm not saying that they're all still in order, so we'll see. But I've got them all, but they may be in, do I have them bundled separately? We'll see. We'll see what's going on there. Hey, Poppy, Terry, anybody else popping in? Val, anybody else? Hi, Eileen. If I'd missed saying hi to Annabelle. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Crafty Annie. I think I said hi to Dasha and Debbie, Denise, Elk Lady, Flint Rock. A lot of people have come in since I said hi before I hit record. I try to say hi to everybody that's here before I hit record. So, thanks, everybody. Hey, Gina Sweet. All right, Poppy. So I want to show you this first. You have no excuse not to sketch when you're out. Never mind that we all have, like, you know, it's not hard to come by, you know, just something small to take around to sketch in. But this was my plan. This was a few years ago. Are they in there? Yeah. This was my plan to take to the beach a few years ago. Probably 3 or 4 years ago now. I don't remember. Maybe I have the date on. I don't think I dated them. But you can take, this is one file folder and probably, I don't know, 20 or more cardstock ATCs. All right? This is your little mini sketchbook. One of these days I'm going to have to do a swap where you have to fill one of these. That would be fun, right? All right, so what this is one file folder, just the manila file folder, and I'll show you the whole fold out in a minute. Hey, Tara. So, but what it does is it folds out and it makes pockets, right? So you have all these pockets, and this is not, it's probably, I'd say 60 weight cardstock. So let's just see how many are in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I got 10 in each one. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in this one. So I think this is actually holding close to, well, I think I have 10 here. So this has 30 ATCs in it, and you can fold it up like this, throw a rubber band around it, take a pen and a pencil, and there you go. So there's your little sketchbook. Oh, really, Carrie? Okay. All right, so I'll show you the whole thing in a minute. But what I did is I took it to the beach, and I just did little sketches with pencil and pen. I took one pen and one and a pencil, okay, like that. So all these are just done with pen and pencil, and they're just done on the beach. A little sand crab, shell. They're just quick little sketches. There's the pier. This was in Savannah. It's a pier in Savannah. My flip-flops. Another shell. I think it goes this way. Another, yeah, an open shell. Little bird. A little crab. Some birds just around. So again, they're ATC size, which is 2.5 by 3.5. Put them all in the little thing, and it all folds up. Okay. So let me unfold it all for you and show. And there's pockets front and back, so you can put a lot more than this. I actually loaded this up with more at one point to show you how many you could put in here. But that's 30 right there. Okay. So all it is a file folder. just a Staples file folder, right? Okay, file folder. I know it's going to kind of flash out. You open it up, fold it this way, like kind of an M fold. Okay, fold it in half. This, just completely fold it in half, right? Like this. All right, fold it in half. Then you fold down both sides, this one halfway, because you want pockets, right? So you fold this half, turn it over, fold this down half, and then just fold, fold, fold. Just make sure that your folds are big enough for your ATCs to fit in, right? Look, make sure your folds are big enough for your ATCs to fit in. That's all. So this makes 1, 2, 3, 4 full pockets front and back with just a little bit of flappage on the sides. Okay, and then 4 on the other side with, you know, the ends. One side's a little smaller, but if you just use the center, the main center fold of the file folder, then you can make your little pockets. Does that make sense? Everybody got that? I don't know. But I wanted to show you that you can make your own little tiny sketchbook like that. And that's 30 cardstocks in there. You could put more, obviously. It'll hold a lot more. So yeah, there's your little mini carry along ATC sketch card, doodle cards, whatever kind of cards you want to call them, right? All right, and I made some different ones. I made them out of different file folders. This is all the same thing, just to show you how to fold them. Then we did, I want to see, what was this one? Hang on, let me look in this book. Okay, this one was the same type of thing, a ATC or small card holder made with a rubber band book. So it's essentially a rubber band book, but with the papers folded to make pockets. Okay, so this is old sketchbook paper, smack and drag paper, but essentially it's the same thing. Let's take one off here so you can see. They're all held in. They're held in with a rubber band. Okay, so the book is just a small, but you can make these any size you want. A rubber band book, you can make them any size you want. And I don't remember how long ago we made this, but it's been a few years. So the cover is also leftover, just leftover art journal, sketchbook paper, whatever. And it's just 3 pieces of cardboard or chipboard. 3 pieces. Okay, in this case I use packing tape, clear packing tape. You can use duct tape or whatever. I just use clear packing tape to make the little book. Rubber bands are what holds it in. Now you don't have to use rubber bands. You can use twine, ribbon, string. You can use the elastic cording that you know, that's kind of like in a Midori, the stretchy elastic string. So it doesn't have to necessarily be rubber bands. And well, good to have you here. Good to have you here. So yeah, but rubber bands is a quick and easy way to do this. But again, you can make it prettier or sturdier using like elastic cording. Like I made extra pages in my Adorable. Now this one is one I purchased. The cover, just the cover, from Scrappy Camper's sister. She was selling and we call them Adorables because they're adorable. And so I made my own extra signatures in there with the elastic cording. See, that's that kind of elastic cording you can get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. So mine's packed full. Look, the cover doesn't even cover all the signatures I put in there. And then I, you know, have my own decorations on there. So anyway, this one is, it's the same process kind of, except there's no elastic on the back. And I know there's all kinds of the faux dories out there now. And so anyway, but what I'm trying to say is you don't have to use rubber bands. You can use pretty ribbon, twine, string, or that elastic cording that you buy, and then you can have things hanging down if you're just tying it. So all this is just a sheet of paper, or let's see, how many do I have here? 3. I put 3 per signature. So it's just a piece of paper. It's one leftover journal pages, or you know, stencil leftovers, or whatever. And I went ahead and put washi tape. I didn't do it on all of them. Yeah, you can close the edges with washi tape, the little flaps, so you can put things in it. So it's just one sheet of paper. Here, this one's not glued or not taped. Okay, so here's the piece of, you know, paper, leftover collage, 8.5 by 11. I'm not good at this all measuring stuff, guys. So it's an 8.5 by 11. Turn it sideways, divide it in 3. I think that's a 3. Okay, divide it in thirds, and just third again, you know, divide it, fold it up. I don't know exact measurements. I guess I could tell you. All right, so each fold is 3.5. 3.5. I think it's all 3.5. Yeah. So each little pocket is 3.5. So again, you start with just a big sheet of paper like that, 8.5 by 11. Okay. Flap this up. Now this flap right here, however much you flap this up, is going to depend on how big your book is. So you want the pages to fit in your book. So, you know, whatever size your book's going to be, you're going to flap this up. Like if you're going to have a book that's like this small, then you'd want to flap it up more. But if you want to flap, you got to leave space for something to fit in there, right? Am I explaining this enough? Okay. All right. So you fold that up, and then you got this 3 folds like that. All right. But then you can take 3 of those, like here's another one. Okay. And put it on top. And another one. And put it on top. All right. But then what you can do is now you have, see how it, is this makes sense? Okay, good. So now you got your 3 pieces of paper together. You can put more or less or however you want to do it. And then you just take your rubber band. All right, take your rubber band, and this is going to attach on that first fold like this. All right, so that's going to go attached to the spine with the rubber band, and this folds in. Now the benefit of doing it this way is now you can pull these out. Okay, you can pull these out, and you can also fold them separately. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you have, those are 3 separate pages, but it's all attached with one rubber band. Okay, did y'all get that? So you got 3 pages here, and these 3 pages have been unfolded from the pack, if you will, and you've made 3 more little pockets. Okay, so then you got the rubber band on the next little signature. And then you've got, these were all together when we first put them in like this. Okay, they're all like that. See, there's the one, you know, they're all attached. But then when you fold them, take them and fold them out. Okay, and then you can do 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you can make, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures with 3 pages each. So that's 15 pages. But look how it looks when you open it up page by page. So I'm just going to do a little flip. All right, so these 3 are just, that's where you can put the washi tape right there on the edge if you want. Like I did this one, to close the flap, to close the pocket up. Okay, so then you got, now these are not going to come open. They will on the back side, but you've got a pocket right here and right here because of the folded page. So you've got this, and then also you can do this. Look, then you've got a back side too. Okay, so here's the next one. Open, and then there's the pocket inside. See, open, and then you've got inside and back side. So there's lots of folds and pockets when you do this. See? and then open. See, then they go like this, and you can open them out. Open it, you can open it out. I just showed it, Mel, but I'll show it again. Hang on. And this one opens out. The next one opens out. So you have 3 that have no openings and then 3 that have openings, right? 1, 2, they still have the pockets, 3, and then you have 3 that open out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got one more signature here. And then this one goes 1, 2, 3. And then there's the back cover. So again, let me show you one signature here. I'm going to take it out again, Mel. All right. So I'm going to take the rubber band off. It's 3 pieces of paper. It's really easy, guys. Just gotta, hey, Vicky, just gotta kind of pay attention a little bit. Hey, Janet, did I miss saying hi to you? Thanks, Vicky, for streaming yesterday. Did you get it uploaded to YouTube, Vicky? I know there's a lag. Okay, so again, let me take them all apart. I'm going to take it all apart for you. I don't need to really remake the whole thing because it is pretty self-explanatory, guys. All right, I can't open this one up because I've already taped it. Okay, but it's 3 sheets of paper. It can be leftover journal paper. It could be a magazine page. You could make this out of a magazine page. Maybe we could do that. That might be something simple. Okay. All right, so it's just 3 pieces of leftover journal pages or just page. You can decorate them if you want, right? All right, so here's the page. You take one 8.5 by 11 page. Depending on how wide your book is that first flap. See, that's going to fit in the book, right? Got it? That's how this first flap is going to depend on how big this book is. If this book is smaller, you can make this flap a little bigger. All right, so just this is where this first flap is going to be determined by the height of your book. All right, so you fold it in half, then you turn it sideways. All right, and then I just divided it into 3 even, which turns out to be 3.5. Okay, but again, it doesn't matter as long as they're all the same. You know, just measure it out to make your paper the same. So that's where that's where you got the flap right there. Okay, 8.5 by 11 flap to fit the book. Okay, sideways, fold it 3 times, and you do that with 3 sheets of paper. Flap, fold, stack. Flap, fold, stack. All right, so there's your little signature. Okay, then you take that signature, and the first flap here is where you're going to put the rubber band. Okay, so you go to your book, set it in the book, take your rubber band, and attach the rubber band to your spine. That's it. Now, these are all still stacked up, right? It's like one stack where you had them all stacked together. Now you separate that stack. 1, 2, 3. And now that's it right there. Okay? Yeah, well, we were just talking about that too, Vicki. I just showed a manila folder one before you got here. My little beach sketchbook. Yeah. So that's how you can make you a little book with your leftover journal pages, right? These are all leftovers out of a journal, or, you know, deconstructed journals. And then you got pockets. And again, if you don't want anything coming out the edge, you can just put a little piece of washi tape there, or you could even glue it if you wanted. Washi tape is easy, but even with washi tape, I glue my washi tape down because I don't trust washi tape to stick for like really like taping something. It's pretty, but it doesn't usually like really hold something. Okay, so that's the little book right there. Okay. And again, this one's got 5 signatures with 3 papers each. Okay, so it's 3 times 5, 15 sheets. But it's a lot more when you fold them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, these fold out. So you got fronts and backs. You have fronts and backs on 3 of each of the signatures. So yeah. Okay, did that make sense? And you could do this with a magazine too. Let's see. I don't really have do I have a book made that we could use for a sample? I don't know if I have one made. Because we've made tons of these. Let's see what else I have up here. Maybe we'll just show some different ways to make journals. Okay. Here's another one with a string ties. That's got just some twine holding the signatures in, same kind of thing. Let's see, here's another rubber band one. Those are the same. What else is up here? Trying to look at what else. You could also do ring bindings. I mean, you can, just punch holes and do rings. This is just a little, journal with cut papers and rings. Let's see. There's a little Bristol book. Maybe we could use this as a base. All right, let's see here. I wasn't going to plan on making a journal, but I still want to show our zine swaps. These are the zine swaps we've been in. Yeah, so I have these here if we run out of stuff to do. Okay, I want to lose Janet's little. Let me put hers back in the milk carton. This is our Janet did this one. Let me put it back in the little milk carton for now. This is her zine. When we did the fairy tale zine swap, I think that was the fairy tale. Yeah, she did a little milk carton with the missing. Okay, so let me put that right there. All right, so this is just a little pad of Bristol paper, and we're gonna take the paper out. Let's see what we can do with the magazine. Let's see. Can make a small one maybe. What I'm wanting here is the cardstock. I mean the chipboard that's already. I'm wanting the chipboard. Okay. So these are just some small Bristols. I know. I like the chunky ones too. All right. So let's see here. I wonder if I could just make this a half size. We could probably do that. It's going to depend on the sheet of paper. All right, so let me go ahead and see. Let me get a magazine. Just use my cut up Vogue here. I don't buy very many magazines because what I use them for, they last a long time. But let's see how many sheets. So this is not planned. This is all impromptu, guys. Let's see the size here. Oh, this will almost work. Not quite. I need another piece. Because this is just paper. Let me get another piece of chipboard here. What do I have? Let's see if this will work. Bye, Carol. I know it's bedtime for you. Thanks for being here. All right, so let's go ahead and take this off because that's just paper. I'm going to do a quick little magazine one. I just want the chipboard. I'll get out my big cutter here in a minute. All right. So I want to kind of make it the same size because I think these magazine pages are basically the same size. 8.5 by 11. No, they're even smaller. All right, let me just test one. I got to tear a magazine page out because we gotta make a size book here. All right, so we're gonna fold this up for a flap about 1/3 of the way, depending on how big we want the book. I want it to be a little bit smaller. That would work. All right, so I'm gonna make it this. I'm gonna use this one here. All right. Then we want this divided into thirds. Now, usually you can measure. What I usually do is I just kind of look. I eyeball it. I eyeball the thirds until they all kind of match up. The 8.5 by 11 pages is 3.5, but this is a magazine and it's a little bit different size. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. That's close enough for, what do they say, close enough for government work? Okay. All right. If you work for the government, don't email me. All right. All right. So there's our little page, right? You tossed yours. Are you talking about your zine swap, Janet? You tossed yours? Or you must be talking about something else. Okay, so there's a magazine page, right? One. All right, so should I go ahead and do 15 of these? I don't know if y'all want to see me do that. But what I want to do is make the book. So this is a piece of cardboard here. And this should work for the spine and because it's corrugated, it'll bend, right? It's probably not the best for the sturdiest book. All right. Oh, collage material. Okay, thanks, Gary. Yeah, I threw away a lot of mine, too. Okay, so I'm going to, because it's already got the corrugate bend, so I'm just going to bend. There's the back cover. Now, depending on how thick I want to make it, I mean, we can make it this thick. Magazine pages are thinner, so you could get more in it. So let's make it a little thinner. Let's go with that as the spine, right? So there's the spine. And then let's do, I am going to have to kind of measure this because I want to bend it at the right spot. Okay. So it's 3.5. Okay, so 3.5 in. Let's put a little tick mark at where I want to bend it again. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to cut that off. Now you could make a flap over, like let's say you could do this. So if your book is like this, like here, like that's attached in there, that's the spine, right? Like that, you could have this to be a flap over, so you could actually close the whole thing and put a loop right here. Maybe we'll do that. I didn't plan for that, but let's see, did I make it? I have to make this as wide as that, pretty much. Maybe that. Okay. All right, so there we go. So essentially what we're going to do, let me at least make 3 or 4 pages. So I'm just going to tear out, probably 5 would probably be good. I'm just tearing them out randomly. Now, you probably want to trim this off a little because that's, unless you like that, rough look on the edge, nothing wrong with that, but I'm just going to trim off some of the torn bits. Okay, so again, if you want them all the same, use this one as a pattern. Okay, take your page. This is convoluted. I hope y'all are following along with me. All right, take your page and then just use it as a template to start folding all the pages. So there's one. I'm just using the first fold as a template to fold all 5. Just bending it right there and then bending it all the way across. 2, Hey, Helen. Well, thanks for stopping by for a minute. I'm glad you could stop by for a minute. Good to have you. 3, and then this will be the 4th, and then I've got this one is 5. So again, it's prettier with your own art journal pages, but I'm just showing you how to do it. Okay? We're making one of these little books, but with the magazine pages instead of your old art journal leftovers. We're using cardboard, corrugate, where's Paula, and magazine pages, just to show you the process. Okay, I'm not going to like full on decorate it or anything. All right, again, I'm going to just use the page itself. You probably do more than one at a time. To fold, 3 folds, right? 3 folds. Let's take the next one, lay it on top, fold. Once you get the first fold, because they're all the same size, you just fold them all, or close enough. All right, so we're folding the magazine pages. And the last one. All right. Again, they're not perfectly folded, but I think you'll get the idea. Then you just take your pages and stack them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got to stack 5 pages. Vicky, I gotta decorate it. Okay, then you take your piece of cardboard here, lay it on there so that the spine, there's your spine, right? There's your spine. Take your rubber band. Do I have one sitting here? Yeah. Take your rubber band, and you can put, and magazine pages are thinner. You could probably do 10 at a time. I'd probably do 10 pages at a time, not just 5. Okay, and just put your rubber band around that first flap, holding it on the spine right there. Okay, now here's your 5 pages. Now you can separate them. Okay, 1, 2, and I didn't really crease them very well. 3, 4, again, I'm going to crease them a little better, and 5. Okay, so there's your signature right there. This one needs to be folded a little better. Okay, and they're attached with 1 rubber band. So you just repeat this. So now you got these little magazine journal with the pockets, and you could, like I said, you could washi tape those pockets shut. So the first 3 are just single sheets with pockets. Then the next 3 though are double, so they'll fold out like this. Okay, 1, 2, or the first 5 I should say, because we put 5 instead of 3. We put 5 in the sheet, 5 sheets like that. Okay, so again, this one's not folded very well. This back one, let me refold. There we go. And then just attached at the spine. So if you put a whole bunch of these signatures in, like we did here, if you can stitch through your cardboard, you could stitch it. But what I'm saying with this is don't have to use rubber bands. You can use the elastic, the pretty elastic that you buy. You can use twine, string, ribbon, and then if you use any kind of tied on. See, this is what I tied onto my Adorable. I tied extra all that's extra elastic for my signatures. So you can have the string hang down, or twine, or ribbon, and you can add things to it. But just using a plain rubber band, you're just attaching it straight on. Okay, you're just attaching it straight on. So you can use magazine pages if you don't have like this one that we did. I don't know how many years ago we did this. It's been a while. But these are leftover old art journal pages. And again, these are, I've only got 3 pages to a signature. But the magazine pages are so thin, that's 5 right there. That's 5 magazine pages. And look, it doesn't take up nothing. You could probably stack at least 10 in a signature before it started, you know, flaring out too much at the edge. And then you could put as many in there as you want. So there's the spine. And then there's the back, and I left this so that if you want, look, you can make a flap over like that and completely enclose it and put a little tie on there. Or it could even go this way, either way. I mean, you just move the rubber band over to this side so that it would close up. And you have one of those little loopy things. You know, one of those loopy, I don't know if I have any. Let's see. Oh, I can't get to it right now. I can't get to my metal box. You know, the little, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They're just little loopy things. Those little circles like this that have the little string that goes around them. Looks like eyes. The little string that wraps around. You could do that for a closure. So yeah. Okay, so you can do that. Maybe I'll finish this one later just to show you one finished. But this is one made out of journal pages. Okay? All right. And then you can put a pretty band around it or just a rubber band to hold it. Again, or the little mini file folder one. This holds ATC's size. I already showed this one. If y'all missed it at the beginning, I'm recording, so I showed that one. And yeah, so let me move all this out of the way and see what else I pulled here to show you. Let's move that out. Whoops. All right. Let me look up here. I might have some other sample, other kinds. Oh yeah, here's one. All right, so Carrie and I used to do tons of file fold. Let me see if I got one of Carrie's here. I think this one's Carrie's. We used to do tons. I mean, we had Carrie. I think between Carrie and I, we probably made 100 or more of the file folder pocket in postcard holders. All right, so these are just a few. I gave most of them away, but they're just a file folder. Folded, decorated, and then you can put tags or postcard. They'll hold a 4x6 postcard. So you can make these out of different, you can add a ribbon to them. I think I gave all the postcards away out of this set. So we did tons of these. Carrie and I, between the two of us, probably have done, I don't want to say hundreds, but probably a lot, right, Carrie? So again, it's just file folders, decorated front and back, and then we would decorate the 4x6 postcards, or well, we'd make them out of cardstock, and then you could, you know, you could do ties around them or whatever. This is just some sari. You know, like the sari silk, S-A-R-I silk, sari silk. Yeah. You showed some of yours the other day. Yeah, yeah. So, you know, we got lots of those. So you can use, you know, to make file folders with. Use file folders. There's a couple more. Yeah. This one's got, Carrie, did you make this one? Carrie might have made this one. Maybe not. I don't know. We did so many swaps. So sometimes it's hard for me to tell which ones are mine and which ones are Carrie. So there's that one. Now, I know I made this one because I love this paper. Okay, so there's this one. And then you can put more things in it. You can put, you know, your paper clips and your cards and, you know. So yeah. What to do with a file folder and rubber bands. File folder and rubber band books. Gave the ones you sent a few minutes before packing them. Oh yeah, well that's all right, Carrie. They're not going anywhere. I mean, they're going somewhere, but they're not like, you know. You still have them, is what I'm saying. Let's see what else. Oh, here's one so you can actually see the process. Okay. All right. And they don't have. They can be whatever file folders. It can be the brown or the cream color, right? Here's another one. All made out of file folders and postcard size, 4 by 6. And then you can go from here, right? You can put quotes on them. If you do swaps or whatever. And then the back. And they fold up nice and purty. All right, let me see. My chat kind of walked up there. I'll make a note over here because I got to finish this. I want to make a note to finish that. Hang on, guys. Got my Post-it notes. One second. All right. Uh-oh, where'd y'all go? There we go. Okay, yeah, I want to finish this one. All right, so this is what they look like. Now, this flap can be bigger or smaller. You know, this one's a little taller. That doesn't matter as long as you just make sure that you fold it so it'll hold your postcards. But essentially, it is a file folder. Okay, just a file folder. Open it up. You've already got a center crease already for you. Okay. So all you have to do is divide the front in half and the back in half, like that. All right? Because the center crease is already made for you. Then you just fold this up and make a little flap. The reason you want to do this is just so that if you want to decorate, it just makes it prettier if you have a little extra flap there to decorate on. Okay? And then that's all there is to it, guys. You can washi tape up the edges. One side's going to be a little bigger than the other because of the nature of the file fold, you know, the little tab on the file folder. But if you don't like that, or if you want to close it up, I just turn that over and glue. I'll just turn that side over and glue the tab, and then this side I'll put a little piece of washi tape on there. So, but that's all there is to them. They're very, very simple. And Carrie and I, we went crazy making these. Like, we made them for like a year, didn't we, Carrie? Let's see what else I got up here. Oh my gosh, I got more. Hang on. I think that's this one. I think this one's one Carrie made. Let's see. All right, so then here's another set here. Okay, and see, you can stencil the flap, decorate the flap. And then all just different kinds of, it's just like, you don't really have to make it anything but colors. You know, just pretty colors. Just to get them, of course you could glue a cat on there. I forget what we did with that. Oh, here, fishy, fishy. Oh, and then you could poke a hole, you know, punch a hole and use ribbon for ties on the end. Then here's the back side of that one. Just a bunch of stenciling, paint scraping, like this, okay? And then you have your tie, and you just can wrap one around the back and one around the front, and you can just tie it in a bow like those. So, yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here? I made a whole bunch of these and gave some away. I remember this set because we put the, this one we used the, was it Cosmo Cricket? Somebody will tell me. It's the Rocket Age paper. I think it was Cosmo Cricket, but we used this particular Rocket Age scrapbook papers, you know, that had all the little, like there's the moon shoes, the robots, and all that. Here's some of it there. So we decorated this whole folder and then with leftover bits of that paper. We did the whole, it was a theme. It was the whole theme was that paper. So you can always, you know, use this to put themes in. You know, I'm not going to get into the Alphabetica right now, but we did the whole Alphabetica file folder project with the full size, you know, using the full size file folders. But you could do it simpler like this. Remember the other project we did was like that, themed. We did the whole theme with the file folders. That's in the other room. I'll have to get that to show you. So anyway, this is kind of similar. Okay, just all the little ads and things off the rocket paper. The file folder. Yeah, this is kind of like the file folder fodder. Yeah. Yeah. But before we did the file folder fodder with the fodder in the file folders, we just did them, decorated them, and used postcard size stuff. But you know, then we did the file folder fodder project. That was 6 months worth, I think, of file foldering. But this was all years before that we started these. Okay. So let me stick that back in there. We got some more bits. Okay, and again, just decorated it front. Well, good grief. See, this is why you gotta tape that one side. All right, so there we go. And then on the back side, it's the same thing. Just kind of did a cloudy thing on the back, and then some ribbon to tie it with. So there's that one. What other one do we have here? Oh, here's just another sample one. A starter. This one. This, and it also showed that you can put in tags and envelopes, all different kinds of things. So again, this one was done with that map tissue paper. There's the back with all the map bits. Yeah, I think there was a cloth paper scissors article about using file folders for books. Is that right, Carrie? Yeah, Carrie just mentioned that too. But we took it to another level. So yeah. Carrie, didn't you do this one? Or did I do this one based on one of yours? I don't remember. I forgot because this one we have. Oh, this one was not. This was a Seven Gypsies book that we decorated because it has the little flaps, you know, the little plastic. It's like a CD case. Or I don't know if it was Seven Gypsies or not, or if it was just a CD case. Anyway, you can see it was a CD case. Whether Seven Gypsies made it or not, I don't remember. But these are just some samples that I have up on the shelf. Okay, so that must have been, yeah, I got yours around here somewhere, Carrie. All right, what else? I mean, I've got so many of them. I got to tell you, I got so many of them. Okay, this one might be Carrie's. I think this one is Carrie. Okay, I think this one's yours, Carrie. Have we got it yet? And of course, Carrie sent it to me to decorate. I didn't decorate it. You know, she probably didn't decorate. Well, maybe she did decorate one of mine. But this is one of Carrie's. Journal from, yeah. Okay, we know it's yours, Carrie, because you signed it. This is from 2011. We finally got one, Carrie. We hit on one of yours because she signed it. 2011. So this is one of Carrie's. A little squirrel. with the heat gun. Listen, listen, listen. So yeah, this one's Gary's. It is good, isn't it, guys? Isn't it cool? Yeah, this was made by Carrie. I don't remember if we did a swap or you just sent this one to me, Carrie. But this one's from 2011. So yeah. A little envelope in here. I don't know. I think I might have helped paint 1 or 2 pages. Maybe I did paint 1 page. Mostly blank when you sent it, so I did add some things to it. Okay. But anyway, it's awesome. Carrie did an awesome job. So yeah, that's from Carrie. Let's see what else. So yeah, it's kind of like a rubber band and file folder books today. Let's see what else I got up here. What's this one? Oh, that one's deconstructed. I won't show you any of the deconstructed ones. I got a lot of them I've taken apart. Okay, so let me make some space here. Because we were talking about the zine swap. So let me just put this together here for now. Because we're going to have, I'll have to finish this little magazine one. Okay, I'll finish that one later. Okay, and I talked earlier about sometime towards midsummer, we're going to do a color book page, turn them into ATC swaps, probably the end of July. So I talked about this at the beginning of the show. So if you just came in, make sure and go back and watch talking about this, because we're going to do a swap sometime in the end of summer. All right, and then, and I also showed my Jean Junk Journal. And what else? Let me move this out of the way. All right, so now I'm going to show a few. Now I don't know that I'll show all of these. These are two separate, and there's other things in there too, because I see lots of my file folder sets. Okay, so again, I'm probably going to mistell you which swap, which one was in. I'll try to remember. One, I think we did a quote. These were quotes, I think. And then this one was the fairy tales. And then these are my extra copies. So I'm thinking these were the fairy tale, and I don't have them all in the file folder. Okay, so what I did to store my 2 different zine swaps, and these are kind of coming apart. See, that's what happens with washi tape. If you don't glue washi tape down, right there, you gotta glue the washi tape down. It doesn't stay. It's not good for tape, right? It's good for decorative. But if you really want to use it for tape, you want to glue your washi tape down. All right, so what I did is I glued 2 file folders together, just like the one I just showed you for my like this one that I used to take to the beach. This file folder that I used to take to the beach. You can just take this, and at the end flap, at the end of one of the edges, glue another file folder that's folded like this, glue another one to it, and then you'll have, like, look, plenty of room. And I have the names. I have people's names stuck on them. That's why you see all the pink Post-it notes, because I went through these before. So here is like a big long accordion folded, but look how many zines I got in 2 file folders. Just like there's 30 pieces of cardstock in this one. Okay, so you can just glue another file folder to it, and you can have it longer. This is random, but you're wondering what my opinion is about other craft paint. You know, I just personally like Americana the best. But, you know, it depends on what you're going to do with it. That's just my opinion. I like Americana because it's got good coverage. They're not watery like. They're not, well, I mean, lime green, red, yellow. They're translucent by nature. But the Americana paints are just, to me, a little thicker. And I love the color selection they have. So that's why I buy them. You know, I have a couple other brands laying around. But, you know, I like the colors of Americana paint. Okay, little book. Thanks for being here, little book. Okay. So, again, I have a few loose ones in there, but you can see you can get a lot of things in a file folder. That's 2 file folders. Okay. Same for this one. Now I have extras here. I don't remember if I took them out to show. I don't remember. But again, 2 file folders glued together. Look. And all the pockets, front and back pockets. Look how much you can get in there. That's pretty awesome, isn't it, guys? All right, so let's go ahead. And let me put something here for hold my camera. All right, so these I'd pulled out before to show, so I'm going to show some of these again. All right, so these are zines, and you can make zines. Where's my book? And I think we bought this book out, but let me see if I can put my hand right on it. Let me see if I can put my hand right up. Yeah. All right, so this is old school here. This is old school, right? What you mean, what's a zine? All right, so I think when we did this a few years ago, what year was this last one? We did one a year before that. But let me see what year this was, 2014? I think this one was 2014. The other one might have been 2013 or 12, okay? All right, so let me just take one at a time here. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. All right. All right, so when we did this, we made this zine very simple. We made, let me get one of my original ones out here. This one was, oh, and we also did Lucy, yeah, this was Lucy James one. Okay, so we had 3 swaps. 2004, because Lucy Jane did 1. LJ did 1. So I have 3 swaps. Anyway, but what it is essentially is one piece of paper. One piece of paper. Now this is a copy because we made, you know, we had, I don't know how many people, 20, 25. I think we limited it to 25, right? And this particular one was from 2014. This was our favorite quote, I think. Again, guys, just bear with me as far as which swap some of these were in, because I don't remember which ones. But I wanted to show you, it's all it is one piece of paper, okay? One piece of paper. And the different cuts and folds are in this magazine, but you didn't have to have this magazine to be in the swap, because all of us did it this one simple way. Okay, and so it was one fold, one cut like that, and you do it like that, and it makes it into a little book. I'm not going to get into how to make the zines right now. So this was mine for the quotes, and my favorite quote was outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. That's Groucho Marx. Anyway, I love that quote. So this was the one I made. These were so fun. Yeah, they were, Eileen. Okay, so again, and when you do one of these, you really need a pattern and fold it and cut first, because see how some of it's upside down and back side and right side up. So you really do have to make a template so that you know where to put to turn it into a little book. Okay. All right, so those are my extra ones I had left over. I made a few extras, so there's that. Okay. So now this one though was the fairy tale one. Okay, this one is the quote one. This was the fairy tale one, I think. Thanks, Gary. But before I show that, I want to just talk about real quick um, this little book. What you mean? What's a zine? And I want to see what year it came out in. And it all looks like handwritten and hand drawn. I love this book. It came out in 2006. Okay. And as far as I know in here, they don't really use computer or anything. They use, well, yeah, okay, look. They have a scanner and it looks like an old Apple. I don't know. Anyway, but they were talking about pretty much using just your copy machine. Okay, using a copy machine. But it looks like it's all like hand drawn. All right, so they have all different kinds of folds. And when I bought it, I think it's normally $12.99. But when we talked about this book about a couple years ago when we were doing all this, everybody went and bought it. It was on clearance at Amazon for like, what was it, 99 cents? So however many Amazon had left at 99 cents, everybody snatched them up. I don't know if they've restocked these, but let me tell you the ISBN number if you're interested. And it's normally $12.99. Okay, the ISBN, okay, it looks like they have a hardback and a paperback version. This one is, okay, they got two different numbers. Let me just tell you the two ISBN. Well, all right, it's 978-0618 563-159, and I think that's the paperback version. Okay, and it's by Mark Todd and Esther Pearl Watson. And I just love. I mean, even though I never made a zine, I love this book just because of the, you know. Let's print GoCo. How many of y'all had a print GoCo machine? This was awesome. This whole thing. I wish I could get the camera to focus on this. I'd read this whole cartoon to you. But you can see it just shows you all the different tips, techniques, processes, folds. It's got a whole bunch of different folds. Tons of different folds in here. Okay, it's an awesome book. It really is. Oh, Vicky put a link. How much is it, Vicky? Do they have some? Yeah, zine, like a magazine. Yeah, magazine, like it's a zine. Yeah. How much is it, Vicky? Vicky found a link. And Eileen just posted in the show a link to a PDF file that you could just Google it. There are some used ones for $178. Are you kidding me, Vicky? We wiped them out at 99 cents. And now, how much was some you start at a penny? Okay, so they start at a penny and go up to 100. Somebody's going to make a killing on that $178 one, right? Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, so yeah, it's just really funny. So any of y'all remember the print GoCo? It hasn't been. They revamped the print GoCo. Not was it? And didn't they call it Yupo? Didn't they use? No, that's something different. But I think the Yupo was a bigger version of the print GoCo with the little light bulbs. You know, you'd flash it. You know, you get a little flash and you'd print one thing. Oh, it's the hardback ones that are that much. Yeah. Y'all remember with the little light thing? Let me see what this says here, if I could read it. Should I read this to you guys? You think that'd be okay? What do y'all think? Should I read this cartoon out of the book? If I can hold it up so you can see. That's awesome. I'm reading it. It's making me laugh again. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. I think it'd be okay to read this one cartoon out of here, right? What do y'all think? Y'all want to hear this cartoon? I'll hold it up, hold the book up to the camera. Okay, everybody's saying yes. Okay, let's print Goko. Now, you probably won't be able to read the words, but hopefully you'll be able to. I'll try to keep it steady. Okay. All right, Susan's leaving. I know she doesn't mean it. Okay. Let's see if I can put some accent on the little guy's process here, right? Okay. I'm going to try to like be the guy, right? Just be the guy. Let me get my glasses situated. If you like the look of screen printing, but don't have the space or the money for a real screen print setup, consider the GoCo Professional Quality Home Printing Kit. Can y'all see okay? Do I need to zoom in and refocus, or how? Let me know on the focus, guys. I don't want to read all this and nobody can see anything. Can y'all hear? I mean, I know you can hear me. Can you see enough of the comic as I go? Tell me if you can. Hey, Colleen. At about the size of a shoebox, molded in durable blue plastic, the GoCo is a self-contained mini screen printing kit. I mean, really mini. Maximum print area is 4 by 6 inches. Not too small for a digest size booklet cover, or to add some color to that black and white Xerox zine. Try using multiple screens to make a bigger image. Okay, see the little machine down there? Y'all remember these. Some of y'all do. Okay, but how does the GoCo work? The truth is, no one really knows. It's got something to do with light, heat, and carbon. It's not really important. You just worry about what you're going to print. Can y'all, am I too close that it's flat? It's okay, you can see the images. Okay. You'll need to make the carbon master using a photocopy machine. Look at all these people in line at the copy machine. I mean, any of y'all, I mean, a lot of y'all, before we had our desktops and our printers, this was what we did. We went to the copy machine at, the copy center. Though some laser printers are compatible. What does that say there? The writing's even tiny for my eyes, guys. I use an HP LaserJet. He's sitting in his chair printing from his chair rather than going to the copy machine. The GoCo uses its own small, inexpensive, and disposable screens. And then down here it says, pack of 3 for $12. Pack of 3 for $12 for those little screens. Okay? Load one of the pre-coated screens into your press. Carefully place your laser print or Xerox master on the sticky print pad with a blank backing sheet. I wish you could see his eyes. Lodge 2 of the odd yellow bulbs with the little note, box of 10 bulbs, $12. Lodge one of the 2 odd yellow bulbs into the exposure hood and snap the hood into place atop the GoCo. The mimeograph machines. Oh my gosh, Susan. Now shield your eyes. Look away. Then press the GoCo firmly shut. 2 AA batteries. Engorge the bulbs. It says engorge the bulbs with enough power to blast it's like afro wound, like tightly wound filament within to dust in a blinding flash of white light. Look. You smell that? Your screen is now exposed. Carefully dispose of the smoldering bulbs. Look. Remove the screen and using tubes of GoCo ink, what's it say? $3 per tube. Now this was in 2006. You know that ink is going to be more if there was, if they revamped the GoCo, it's going to be more than $3 a tube of ink, right? Remove the screen and using tubes of GoCo ink, apply color to the open areas of your image beneath the transparent film. He's doing all this laying on the ground, right? One distinct advantage of the GoCo over traditional screen printing is the ability to print multiple colors on a single screen. Stamp, squeegee, stamp, squeegee, stamp, squeegee. Thin, self-adhesive ink blocking foam strips prevent unwanted color from mixing. Build a barrier around your image to keep the ink from being wasted. Are y'all liking this? I'm loving it, but anyway. With your screen back in place, you're ready to print. The print pad is just sticky enough to hold your paper in one place. That's a big help for multi-screen registration. The moment of truth. Press the handle down just hard enough to feel the print pad pushing back. Open it up, and there it is. It's working. He's whipping them out there. That has the little. Now, just got to keep at it. Get in the zone. You're a machine. You're a factory. But is it art? That tickles me. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, yeah, there's all kinds of little cartoons like that in here. Gold encrusted tips for getting it out there. Okay, so this was before the internet. Well, again, I don't want to say it's before the internet, but, it was before everybody had the internet. Well, it does have to get a website, so it wasn't before the internet, but it was like, probably everybody wasn't doing it on the internet. He talks a lot about mailing, cutting, mailing, going to the post office a lot. So anyway, it's been a while since I read the book. Some advice about working with others. My personal feelings are to include people in a way that they will still have an out. This guy, I guess this is the pirate robot guy. Copy machine quarter. Oh, look, the copy machine quarters in the treasure chest. Include friends and peers as proofreaders or for editing or fantastic contributions. But remember the mighty golden encrusted bonus tip. Ye masterful captain should always remain only one for the smoothest ride. So I guess he's talking about, different zine swaps. Here's another cartoon. Anyway, I just thought I'd share this a little bit for you because it's really hilarious. Copy your tricks. Copy your tricks. Isn't that cool? Copy talk. Copy talk. Never put inkjet paper or plastic into a copy machine. Tip. Bring extra paper if you need 100 copies. Then bring 125 sheets. Always factor in jam ups, messed ups, and other types of ups. I don't know. It's just, it's kind of a little bit old school, a little bit of like just getting into, here's the whole process. Here's the postal peril right there. How the post office works. If you work for the post office, don't email me. Anyway, guys, I just thought I'd take a little rabbit trail with, we'll take a little rabbit trail So yeah, what you mean? What's a zine? The art of making zines and mini comics. Okay, I'm glad y'all like that. All right, so now I want to show a few of the zines that we were in the swap. Again, I think this one was the. Now, is this two different ones? Janet, see, I've got three. I got three things from Janet here, and I'm not sure which is which. So I'm just going to show them to you. Don't ask me which swap they were in, okay? Just saying. I think she did this was a special little thing she did. She made a little newspaper. Am I correct, Janet? This was a little mini newspaper. The good news. Look how this, and Janet, this is, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Janet, didn't you hand write all this? Isn't this your own handwriting? So yeah, it's like a little newspaper. Look. With little ads and everything. The roadkill ID chart. Don't email her. Oh, Janet's out for coffee? Okay. Okay. All right. So anyway, this one, let me read this one. This is the Fairy Tale Zine Swap, July 2014. She has her zine in a little milk carton. A little milk carton. Missing. 2% fat pasteurized. Open here. Isn't it adorbs? Drake ducklings. Okay, again, now I remember the last time I read this, I had to have the old handy magnifying glass because it's tiny. Okay, it's tiny. These trifocals over here need this for this. She sent you one. It's hilarious. Yes, I know. I know. They're all just so awesome, right? Yeah, this was the little good news. Miracle dog and cat survived the storm. There was a, in a hurricane. Raining cats and dogs article. Tailwind weenie wagon opens. See, I'm reading the headlines, right? Free puppies. Insurance problems. Accidents reported. Pet obituaries with their little pictures of little cats. Citizens speak out. Counseling urged. Scavengers feared. Grand opening, Tailwind Weenie Wagon. Pooch's Jewelry, 2-day storm sale. And then we won't go into the roadkill. Then here's the little Monkey Island Inquirer. The little newspaper. So stinking cute. Your Monkey Island information has arrived. All right, let's go back to the, okay, this one was part of something else. I think this was the Monkey Island information. She went all out, I'm telling you. Yeah. Grand Lake, Monkey Island, the Grand Lake of the Cherokees. And she has a little map there. And then she has information about all the different animals on Monkey Island. This is all Janet's work, people. Yes, the hidden treasure, that would be Janet. J. Merle, who went for coffee, because we're going to embarrass her. Okay. This is my little stack of Janet. All right. You have the milk one? Okay. The Duck Daily Times, okay, and it's in Denmark, published April 17th, 44? I guess that's when the Ugly Duckling story came out, okay, so by Hans Christian Andersen. Okay, so what she did is it's her own take on the Ugly Duckling. So I'm going to read this one to you. And we'll show some of the others. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I am. And I'm the boss of the show. Someone told me that earlier. Dede, do what you want. You're the boss of your show. I know. I do like to show things that people will enjoy, though. Okay. I know you're going to... I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to try to show it to you and not have this in your way, but I can't read it without it, okay? While most of the local ducklings have already emerged from their shells, this mother duck patiently awaits the joyous crackling of her final and noticeably larger than normal egg. The Duck Daily Times, April 18th, 1844. Mother Duck speaks out. Okay. Following up on the late birth of the mother duck in our cover story from yesterday, the mother duck expressed her dismay over the duckling's treatment within the community, stating that some went so far as to call him ugly. The Duck Daily Times, April 19th, 1844. Local duck goes missing. Our distraught mother duck reports today that her large drake duckling has run away. She suspects that the endless name-calling, taunting, and bullying about his appearance was the cause for his disappearance. Please notify authorities if you see the missing duckling. It's all handwritten, people. And shrunk down, but I mean, you know. The Daily Duck Times, April 25th, 1844. Exclusive. Missing duck sighting with wild duck gangs. With wild duck gang. In an exclusive interview, the spokesperson for the Wild Duck Gang reported that the ugly duckling hung out with his gang for 2 days in the moors area. He was quite large, but did not speak of his plight and just disappeared again. The Duck Daily Times, June 20th. So April, May, June. We're like 2 months later. Goose hunters see missing duck. And the duck is saying, "Let me be thankful I'm so ugly. Even a dog will not bite me." Local hunters said the ugly duck was swimming with the geese and appeared quite content until the shooting started. The duck hid in the reeds, and even the dogs didn't flush him. His whereabouts remain unknown. The Duck Daily Times, September 24th. Ugly duckling rejects attempted adoption. A local woman reports that the ugly duck squatted in her home for 3 weeks, never laid a single egg, and has since disappeared again. Disappeared. Again, seemingly misunderstood. Contact authorities if you have any information about his whereabouts. Look, Janet. The Duck Daily Times, January 17th, 1845. So like 3 months later. This farmer brought the ugly duck home in a hypothermic state, close to death. However, the farmer's wife is fuming because the duck destroyed her milk, her butter, and her meat barrel in an attempt to escape. American Gothic. The Duck Daily Times, April 17th. Ugly duckling presumed dead. It's been several months, and with the harsh winter we've endured, locals are now presuming the ugly duck did not survive his ordeal. In a happier news, the local swan population has reported a beautiful newcomer in their midst. Isn't that just awesome how she did the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale in her own style, in her own, made it up? That's some awesomeness right there, people. That is some awesomeness. And she sent it in a milk carton. That's how she packaged her little zine. So anyway, I had to share that again. And again, some of these I don't remember. I don't remember this is Jane's. And Jane, I think Jane, let's see, what was Jane's story again on hers? I think Jane, where's the one? Again, we got a whole bunch of different things. That one's Phoebe's right there. But Jane has a little, she did a little, her very first, where is it? Her very first zine, she wrote a little article saying she's never done one before. Here it is. I think this is it. Is this it? This says Lucy Jane. I don't know if this is the first one. Wait, here it is. Okay. Yeah, so this was Lucy Jane's first, when we first did the swap, the first swap. Are y'all enjoying this? We'll go a few more minutes, guys. Okay, so this was Lucy Jane's. This was the copy, I think, of the one she made. And again, they're all done the same way, like this and like this, okay? And I didn't fold it very well. I think this was an extra copy, and because I got another one over here. And this one's Jane's, yeah, okay. Dede's Coffee and Art Express. Okay, this was her first attempt at doing a zine. She said she couldn't draw. She said she couldn't do this. And well, you'll see what she says here. Again, sorry for the folds, guys. That's my fault because I didn't fold it up well. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if I can kind of fold it so you can read it. So there she is in bed with all her cats. And then she gets up in the morning. This is her first zine. Remember, her first try at drawing this. Coffee and Art in the morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. So she gets up and she turns on her computer because she's going to watch my show. Crazy mad skills in this group. I never could draw, so I can't blame my stroke because she had a stroke. So she said she never could draw. And I'm a little lazy. So over here, she's listening to the computer, and I'm saying in the computer, a really simple swap. Doesn't have to be fancy. No staples, no binding, copy paper, easy. That's what I said. She's telling what I said on the swap. Okay, and look, she drew me with my striped shirt. If your writing is terrible, I don't want to hear it. And I don't care if you can draw like a 3-year-old. And then she's saying to herself, I was thinking 5. And then over here, see my arm holding out? One side of one piece of paper, and if it's too much pressure, don't email me. And then Jane's, yeah. Lucy Jane. Dede, you are a class act. And then I said, only one quote. She's putting it on the computer. Remember, this is fun. If I wait, and then she said, if I wait till I'm ready, I'll never get started. And look how she drew that piece of folded paper. It was just like this. Right? So then I'm saying, thanks for, then she's saying, thanks for lighting the fire. And yes, this was a lot of fun. So wasn't that so cute? My first sample inspired by Dede's no-nonsense approach. Sharpie and copy paper. February 2013, Lucy Jane. So isn't that awesome? Again, the fold is my fault. So yeah, but then she did here. Let's see. I got this is it here, I think. Yeah. So then the actual swap. This was her actual swap from the Incidental Press, a limerick tale of no moral substance. So this, she went from her very first one to this. No, isn't it funny, Vicky? A limerick tale of no moral substance. Okay. There was a young man from the city, and it shows him right here in going in a little car. It says camp rustic, nature, camping trails, and then there's a little campsite right there. Okay, so you see all that? There was a young man from the city. who met what he thought was a kitty. Look at the back of its head right there. Look. Whoops. Hang on. He gave it a pet and said, "Nice little cat." Oh, gave it a pat and said, "Nice little cat." And then buried his clothes out of pity. Look, isn't that awesome, guys? I mean, I'm sorry. That's good there. That's good all day long. The lure of the limerick. So, yeah, that's our Lucy Jane. See, I have my Post-it notes so that I could show them easily. Okay, let's see. And this one was Jane. This one was Jane Morrison. And she had a little incidental press home issue. I left the city in 2012. Now I'm close enough to get there, but far enough away that it doesn't follow one home. So she gets a little arrow there, a little arrow there. But look at this, guys. Aren't these awesome? They are, aren't they, Vicky? Emo the cup dumper cat. Ozzy, he sleeps. Oh, well, this is, yeah. Days, Dusty Fuzz Butt. Always, oh, so he's just always on the, what do you call it? The grate. Princess the Sentry. Freckles the Hunter. Boo, Queen of Good Taste. So there's all the cats. This is LJ's also. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let me make sure I got the right days. Yeah, it is Jane's. Okay. Yeah, so this is hers too. I had them in a stack. Okay, see, that's why I said I try to put their names on it. Okay, so that's all her cats. Okay, hang on. So this is Lucy Jane's too. So you know who made the card that... the card I sent you, Mel. No. You'll have to tell me what it says on the back. I don't remember them very well. You tell me what it says. If it's an initial, then I can tell you. You'll have to tell me what it says on the back. And if somebody forgets to sign them, I try to sign them for the people that make the cards. But I don't remember, Mel. Sorry. It might have been Kim. It could have been Christina. Could have been Christina MV. Those are the last two batches I got. Hey, Miko. And the baby of the family, Luna Lovegood. Luna Lovegood. And then Lulu is like a force of nature. Meteor shower comes to mind. That's what she says. Hey, Purple Angel. Yeah, so that's, yeah, Jane, yeah, Lucy Jane. Okay. She had just Jane on one and Lucy Jane on the other. Okay. So yeah, that's, I keep them like, I try to keep them together. And then here's all of Janet J. Merle. Janet. This one was Phoebe. She wrote a little story too. Yeah, they are. They have a sense of humor. Now, Phoebe writes real tiny, and she puts her own little barcode on everything. Like her cards and her zines or whatever she does. She makes her own little made-up barcodes, which I think is cute with little tiny peace signs in there. Again, you're not going to be able to see the writing because it won't zoom in that far. Creative mood. In this issue, personal environment. So here is, most of my time is spent here in my studio room, which is usually a cluttered mess. So there's her studio. No, these are from a zine swap, Purple Angel, from a couple years ago. Well, a couple of different swaps. I'm just picking out a couple. We're talking about rubber band books, file folder books, and zines is what this show is. I know, right? Sometimes I venture outside for a walk on the trails, see ducks, geese, and usually some neighbors and their dogs. My friends and family mostly live inside her computer. Sorry, guys. The writing's tiny. Facebook, YouTube, Ustream, online groups, email, Skype. And so there's her computer screen with all her devices and the keyboard and the, this looks like all our tasks. Bye, Iffy! Okay. You can learn more about my world on her YouTube channel, which is, I don't know if it's at Phoebe's World now. It was Athala, but it's now Phoebe's World. And then Franklin is an important part of her world. And that's her hubs right there. So that's Franklin. So yeah, that's awesome. They're all awesome. But I want to make sure I know who did them all. Some of them I don't have names. Oh, here's Glenda. A day in my life. Oh. So Glenda is Goofball Glenda. That's her nickname. So she has breakfast is her favorite meal. Then she has what she ate right there. Eggs and sausage. Jimmy Dean. Toast with grape jelly. Glass of milk. And so you can see. Then she has a daily scripture. Starts her day. And I'm sorry, guys. I can't hardly read the writing. I think, yeah, looks like she has a verse behind the cross. Yeah, she has a verse behind the cross. And then look at all the little, I don't know if you can see that. Look at all the little. I had to put the magnifying glass up for you guys too. The Christmas tree is decorated, so this one had to be around Christmas, I guess, or, when she did the zine theme. She did the NaNoWriMo, National Nonstop Journaling Month, which I forget what month that is. I think that's November, isn't it? Day 3, prompt from Eden. Goofmeister. Yeah, I think it's Goofmeister. Goofmeister Glenda. I don't call her a goofball. She's funny. Goofmeister Glenda. Yes. Thank you, guys. I know there's always someone here to correct me. People, if you're watching this recording, if I say something wrong, believe me, there's 10 people snapping at me like little turtles. There's no mistaking here. I'm telling ya. Bye, Helen. Thanks for stopping in. They're like little snapping turtles. We have so much fun. I can't stand it. There's our art table. Okay, art table, busy day. Okay, it goes this way. All right, so it's like a photo. I think she took a photograph of it and just like painted over it. Okay. Hey, Malmo. No, I don't growl. Y'all growl sometimes. Yeah, snap, snap. Okay, my painting on the living room wall. Okay, so then she took a picture of a painting on her living room wall. You can, it's kind of cut off there, but there's the birds and yes. And her personal environment involves, in her day, prayer, art, journaling, seeing the world a little differently than most. I live with the I live in the desert of Nevada. Life is an adventure, and I think it says gratifying life. But then she drew the little palms and the cactus. Okay, good. We're glad that you made it back in one piece, LBO, little book owl. All right, so let's see what else we have here. These are just some of the ones that I pulled out. That's mine from that swap. Let's see what else. So as you can see, I try to keep them separate, but I've shown them so many times I've mixed up all the different ones. Okay, I don't want that in there. This goes with this. Let me put that there. Let's see what's in this one. So I got all these still and all these. We could be here all day, but we're not going to be. We're only going to be here about 30 more minutes. 11, yeah, we're going to be here about 30 more minutes. But anyhow, this is fun. If y'all don't, it's not something you like. Not every show's for everybody. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's okay. It's okay. Chill. Okay, let's see. The Incidental Press issue 2. Okay, so this was from Lucy Jane 2. This was the Incidental Press issue 2, August 2014. A Tale of Adventure and Romance. The Owl and the Pussycat. That's the story here. Again, I gotta get out my little thing. So they got a whole bunch of little mice standing on the shore, saying "Bon voyage" to the boat. I think we did 3, Vicki. But here's the thing. There's so many because we had 25 people in each one. Like 20 in one and 25 in the others. So there's a lot. So the little mice are saying "Bon voyage." The owl and the pussycat, let's see, hang on. The owl and the pussycat went to the sea, to a beautiful pea green boat. Oh, wait, let me start over. I'm sorry, guys. I am, reading through a magnifying glass. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money, wrapped up in a 5-pound note. Oh, Lord help my eyes. The owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar, "Oh, lovely pussy, my love, what a beautiful pussy you are, you are, you are." And then said the pussycat to the owl, "You elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Oh, let us be married, too long we have tarried. But what shall we do for a ring?" And then there's her little owl. It's just so funny. I'm sorry. I'm cracking up. Not okay. All right. Hang on, guys. They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where something, I can't read it, guys, that some tree grows. And there in a wood, a piggy wig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. Stomp on my, oh no. We had even something funny or happy. No, it's not really happy, but I mean funny, but Little Book Owl says she stomped on a Lego? And that's why you had to go to the doctor? You stepped on a Lego and cut your foot? Oh my gosh. All right, let's go on with the owl and the pussycat. "Dear pig, are you willing to sell for me 1 shilling your ring?" said the piggy. "I will." Okay, so there's a little map of all the little islands and everything they've got. Okay, all right. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on They dined on something and slews of quince, which they ate with a runcible spoon. It's been a long time since I read the actual fairy tale, guys, and she's quoting it, okay? And hand in hand on the edge of the sand, they danced by the light of the moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon. Now remember, this is a person who could not draw a stick figure, right? Thou and the Pussycat by Edward Lear, 1812 to 1888. Drawings by Jane, blah, 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 and her address. I'm not going to read all that, but yeah. So, yeah, it's Incidental Press. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, Twinkle, Twinkle. What's this one? Okay. Oh, here's another one by Goofmeister Glenda. Evie learns to draw a face. No, aren't they fun, guys? Once upon a time, little Evie wanted to spend her life drawing and painting. Every day, she sat in her bedroom drawing houses. She drew trees and flowers, blue skies, clouds, and the sun, but never people. I know. I don't know. Hey, Jody, I don't know. They're all so clever, aren't they? So one day she thought, I will draw a face. First try, second try, third try, fourth try. She drew faces for days and months, trying very hard. Then she gave up. Then her fairy art mother, Rosanda, said, try again, Evie. I will help you. And so she did. And Evie loved her fairy art mother and never doubted her abilities again. I know, aren't they fun, guys? They are great. Everybody, if you're watching the recording, I'm sitting here with 75 people. 75 people are reading along with me in my magnifying glass, and they are all loving them, right? I know. Okay, this one I recognize is Artie Dar. You know, Artie Dar, this is her little, her kind of girls that she draws. And this was the Animal Rescuer. And this one she did for animal rescue. No one knew I was a good girl. All I needed was some training. The human being loved animals and wished she could give all the unwanted critters a forever home. How cute is this? You are watching Romper Room, Susan. What? You just get here yesterday? She knew if she could save just a few and encourage others to do the same, it would be a better world. I'm lost, hungry, and scared. And Artie Dar drew all these. It was a holiday gift that grew up and was forgotten. I was too noisy and messy and sent away. So this was the Animal Rescuer. I love that, Dar. You're so sweet. What's this one? This was an extra one. Oh, Queen Pam! Pam, are you still here? Huh? Pam. We were just talking about Pam. This one I have extra written on this one. Oh, so I must have had an extra copy. This must have been an extra copy. A Fairy's Tale by Queen Pam. We were just talking about Pam. Pam has a YouTube channel. Y'all can put the links in too. I don't know if she's still here, but we were talking. Pam streams and does YouTube channels. A Fairy's Tale by Queen Pam. Once upon a time, there was a fairy who wished for a tail. No butt. She had no butt. Woe is me, my butt is so small. She sprinkled and sprinkled, but to no avail. This dust is a bust. I still have no tail. I'm cracking myself. I mean, it's been a while since I read these two guys. She sprinkled and sprinkled, but to no avail. This dust is a bust. I still have no tail. Finally, she went to the elder who taught her the spell. Oh, please, great one, teach me how to make my butt bigger. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Sing it. It's the, what does it say? It's the one to try. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Sing it. It's the one to try. The end. My eyes are watering. I can't even see, guys. I'm sorry. Pam, you're awesome. Oh my goodness. Hang on, guys. My eyes are watering so bad. See, it's your take on a fairy tale, right? Okay, what else do we have here? Peter and the Wolf. Who did this one? I can't remember. Hang on. Was this one Jean's? I think this was Sassy Pants. Jean, didn't you do the Peter and the Wolf one? Yeah, Jean. Yeah, Jean did this one. And she put in a little, oh, look, Jean. She put in a little thing by David Bowie. This was way before David Bowie passed away. Is Jean still here? Yes. And look, she put in a little note. And I'm not going to be able to pronounce Sergei, the author of Peter and the Rabbit, or Peter and the Wolf. Peter and the Wolf, he wrote Peter and the Wolf to help teach children what the instruments of the orchestra sound like. If you don't know the full story, there's a version narrated by David Bowie. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but there's a YouTube. I'll hold it real still if y'all want to try to see that. Or just, you could probably just go look up David Bowie narrates Peter the Wolf. Yeah, yes, Jean, I saw that down there. I was just looking at this because this is what I can see without the magnifying glass. But she inserted this in there. Isn't that awesome? Yes, I see your name on the front, Jean. Sassy Pants. Okay. So here's Jean. Where's my magnifying glass? Jean's going to get out your mag light. But I don't want to put a light on here, Jean. If I put the mag light on the iPhone, we'll all be lit up. Be lit up like a GoCo printer. Yeah, just Google it. Yeah, that's true, Jean. All right. It was the first day of spring. Let's see if I can, maybe I can read this one. If my eyes stop watering from laughing at Glenda's. It was the first day, or Pam's. It was the first day of spring, and Peter went into the meadow. He found his friend, the bird, and the duck arguing over who was the best bird. You can't swim. Well, you can't fly. Okay. So she put the instruments, right? The musical instruments, talking to each other. This is so clever to me, Jean. Then along came their friend the cat, who first chased the bird, then the duck, then gave up, and they both got away. They all decided to follow Peter on his pretend wolf hunt. And see, Jean did musical instruments instead of the animals. To be honest, I have... Okay. TMI, Lindsay. Should I say that on the recording, Lindsay? TMI. Grandpa woke up and was very angry to find Peter out in the meadow. Peter had to leave his friends and go back inside the cottage. And then the instruments are saying, "It's too dangerous." But Grandpa, bye, Peter. And see, they're all musical instruments. Okay, one girl saying that she has a small flat butt and she cannot lie. And the other girl is saying, you can have some of mine. That's what's going on in chat. While I'm trying to read the creativity here. We're trying to read the creativity here. That's the instrument that plays their theme in the story. Thanks, Jean. Peter snuck back outside and joined his friends in the meadow. But a wolf came out from the woods and chased them up a tree. But the duck was too slow and the wolf ate him. I think we need to go back. We need to go back to Artie Dar's animal rescuer here. No, Lindsay, it's okay. I'm laughing at you, hon. It's fine. No, it's fine, really. If I didn't want to read it out loud, I don't have to read out the chat out loud. But sometimes what y'all say tickles me too. Don't be apologizing. It's all good. Okay, so now let's go back to the Jean story. As the bird flies down and distracts the wolf, Peter lowers a rope and slips the loop over the very angry wolf's head, and after a struggle, it is tightened. So they're trying to get the wolf right there, so. Who is now a French horn? So I guess the music from the French horn is playing, right, Jean? Don't make me try to imitate a French horn. Just saying. Don't make me. Okay. Just then, 3 hunters came out of the woods to help Peter and his friends tie up the wolf. Gee, this is just so stinking clever. Yeah, this is more... Vicky said, this is more violent than The Walking Dead. Vicky. Okay. There was a grand parade led by Peter, so they all took the wolf to the zoo. Even Grandpa joined in. And if you listen very carefully, you can hear the duck quacking from inside the wolf. As in his haste, he swallowed him whole. Yeah, it's a little like The Walking Dead. No, but seriously, Jean, this is awesome. This is so stinking awesome with all the little musical instruments and the little note inside. Okay, all right. I'm afraid to read the 3 Little Pigs. Let's see who did this one. This one was done by Elaine the Stamper, Charlie Brown. Okay, I haven't seen her around for a while. I want to try to find some of the ones of the girls that are here. Yeah, we're going to embarrass you all. Okay, so this is Elaine the Stamper, i.e. Charlie Brown. The 3 Pigs. Some of these I'm kind of afraid to read online. I know, everybody's clapping that they love Jean's zine. And it was the first thing she drew. Oh, Jean. We love you, Jean. The 3 Pigs. Oh, no. There we go again. Okay. 3 pigs in a truck. 3 pigs in a truck. And there's these saying, bye, Ma, love ya. Mom's going, bye. There once were 3 stoogey pigs whose mother said, you're all too big. She wrinkled her snout, said, it's time to move out. So they left to find new digs. Okay. Each pig went their own way. Curly collected straw and hay. Made a cute little hut. Door knocker made from a nut. He was happy at the end of the day. Oh, aren't these so cute? Okay. Larry bought a truckload of sticks, added a hammer and nails to the mix. Measured once, cut twice. He loved rolling the dice, saying there's nothing a wad of gum can't fix. Look at that big blow that big bubble. Ouchie, sniff, sniff. Now Mo was rather slick. Found a supplier who transported brick. Took his time row by row, dropped a few on his toe. Used mortar labeled deluxe extra thick. Mr. Wolf watched this ordeal, licked his chops when he heard every squeal. He wanted a snack, longed for sweet baby back, forgot diets, he wanted a meal. Oh, forget diets, he wanted a meal. Operation Baby Back. No, aren't they so funny, guys? Operation Baby Back. Look, he's blowing some wind. You know, he's trying to blow the houses down. And then he went burp. Wolf 0, pigs 3. The wolf had created a plan, but Larry and Curly both ran. The two stayed with Mo, their hospitable bro, and Wolf cried in his frying pan. You like the burp? Yeah. The end of the story you know. Mr. Wolf found himself eating crow. Down Mo's chimney he fell, while piggies groomed their chin. Wolf learned one day you'll reap what you sow. He's eating crow. I know, aren't they so creative? I know, guys, right? All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, this one is by Cecilia, A Mystic Muse. Originally done in ink and color pencils. Her very first zine and zine swap. When life gets hairy, a hairy tale. Once upon a time, there was a curly-haired girl who wanted hair like Farrah Fawcett, So she rolled her hair up in huge, hard, pink plastic rollers. She blowed her hair dry. She even ironed her hair. There were no flat irons in the 70s. Don't read these to the grandchildren. Oh. Finally, she realized she would let her hair go natural. The moral of the story, when life gets hairy, let it go all natural. Isn't that awesome? Oh, that's great. Mystic Muse. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's on the other side. Oh, here's the one that I did. I did Little Red Riding Hood. Let's see. This one's not folded. Well, that's the original. Here's the, let me do here. Okay, so mine was Little Red Riding Hood. I just did like drawings. I didn't really do the whole story. And mine's not really funny or like clever. It's just drawn. Little Red Riding Hood, the wolf. Beware of wolves in sheep clothing. And then there's half of grandmother's face and half of the wolf's face. So you see, it goes this way and then it goes that way too. So you see half and half. Yeah, mine wasn't near as clever as these girls. Just saying. All right, let's see. Let me put that over there. Let's see if I can flip this around. Let's see what's on the back side here. Hang on, guys. Do I flip it? All right. Oh, Chicken Little. Let's see. Who did Chicken Little? Lisa. Okay, Lisa. Our Lisa. I don't think Lisa's here right now. Aren't they brilliant? I know. When did we make this? This set was from 2014. The fairy tales. Then we have another set of quotes, or your favorite quote, or your favorite. We've done a couple, and then Janet did one. I got 2 or 3 here, but they're all kind of mixed up because I'm trying to show how to make the little file folder things, and so some of them have really got mixed up. Yeah. Chicken Little. All right, this is our Lisa. Chicken Little was in the woods one day when an acorn fell on her head. She trembled and shook. She yelled, "Help, help, the sky is falling." And she did it like, she drew it like a little kid wrote it. Look, see her writing? See the writing and everything? "I must go tell the king." So off she ran. Along the way she met Googly, Goosey Lucy. Sorry, I didn't need to turn it. It goes down this way. Goosey Lucy. Along the way she met Goosey Lucy. And Ducky Lucky. And Turkey Lurkey. I just love these. Oh, I don't know, Carrie. It's not that I don't want to show yours. That there's 25 of them here, you know. So I just haven't come across yours yet. What is it? What does yours look like, Carrie? Did I miss it? Did I miss it, or what does it look like? I want to read the ones of people that are here if I can. Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey. "Where are you going?" they asked. "The sky is falling." "I must go tell the king," said Chicken Little. "We will go with you," they replied. So off they went to tell the king. They ran through the woods as fast as they could, and so they came upon Foxy Loxy. "Where are you running to?" he asked. "The sky is falling. I saw it myself. A piece fell on my head," said Chicken Little. "The sky is falling, eh? Follow me. I will take you to the king." Follow me. It's on the other side with the black vines. Oh, okay. This one. See, how was I supposed to tell that was yours, Carrie? From the other side. Okay, I swear, you girls. So Foxy Loxy took them to his den, and they were never seen again. The moral of the story, don't be a chicken. Lisa. Okay, so this one's Carrie's, who I could not tell it was Carrie's, and she's calling me out like, you know. Okay, when fairy tales go wrong. Okay, let's see here. I think, do I have it refolded? Let me make sure I have it folded correctly. There we go. Okay. Walking through the enchanted forest, down the forest path. Oh, I know you're teasing, Carrie. I'm teasing you back. Okay. Walking through the enchanted forest, down the forest path. And remember, this is when fairy tales go wrong. That's a lot of work right there, Carrie. Deeper and deeper into the darkness. Look at the eyes peeking through the forest there. The old woman knocks upon the cabin door. Offering the luscious fruit. Sorry, I'm allergic. The end. Carrie. Oh, my eyes are watering again. Hang on, guys. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Let me just kind of peek through. Who did this one? Who did this? I'm trying to find people that are here. Okay, this is Janet, Quail Jan. Quail Jan. Okay. Okay. A frangled fairy tale. Okay, this is Quail Jan. 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 Okay. Let me take a sip of coffee. Once upon a mostly true time, there were two bears, Mrs. Quail Bear and Mr. Bear. And if y'all don't know, that's their like their nicknames. They lived in a very nice den with lace curtains in the kitchen window and Mrs. Quail Bear's zillions of art supplies. Oh dear, they were fast running out of room. Bye, Susan. Susan has to go clean her pool. You know. Mr. Bear was convinced that the art supplies were multiplying in the dark. So he said, enough! We need help in finding a bigger den. That morning after coffee, they strolled into town and found a real estate agent at Locks and Keys Realty. Here's my card, she said brightly. I'm Goldie, and I think I can find a new den for you. So off they went in her car. The first den on her list was centrally located with easy access to the forest, with berries and honeybees. But when Mr. Bear tried to enter it, oh dear, he got stuck. It took the concerted efforts of Mrs. Quail Bear and Goldie to unstick him. So that was no good. That's the back, and it has a little note. Back end of Mr. Bear, stuck. Okay, said Goldie. On we go to den number 2. This was a fair distance out of town and up a very rough road on the side of a logged mountain with no trees left, and it was very, very hot. The den was large, but the entrance was too big and couldn't be closed off for winter hibernation. It would be much too cold. No good, said Mr. Bear, and Mrs. Quail Bear said, no way am I living this far out of town. Why can't we even get a decent cell phone signal? And there's no internet. Oh, sighed Goldie. It's been a slow market for dens, and that is just all I have to offer you for now. So she drove them back to the office. The bears thanked her for her time, and they strolled back home after another coffee, of course. I know they're clever, aren't they? You know, said Mr. Bear to Mrs. Quail Bear, this place is just right. We've been walking, we have walking distance to coffee, Wi-Fi, and cell phone coverage. Hang on, guys, I got something in my eye. It's small enough to close off for the winter for hibernation, and if we could just get rid of some of those art supplies, it would do us very well, and best of all, we wouldn't have to move. I could hire a truck, we could pack up what we don't want, take it to the brown bears of buying city dump, and they could go wild pawing through new to them art supplies. Mrs. Quail Bear was already in the basement with her first load of boxes and running off happy mailing labels on her printer. You're so right, dear, she said. This is the perfect place to be. So they were all at the Bear All Trucking, and she mailed off Happy Mail. Now, if you could think this is some Shaggy Bear story, let me assure you that the bears did indeed have a Goldilocks real estate agent named Janet. And there's Janet, the real estate agent, who helped Quail Hill find them in 2007, to help them find Quail Hill in 2007. And yes, the art supplies are still multiplying in the dark. Mr. Bear is hiring a truck, honest. Uh-oh, I think I'm supposed to... Oh, Hubster's saying something. He's gonna... Hubster, I don't know if he's still here, but he just messaged me. He's going to take his small butt out to lunch. So he must have been here when I was reading that one. But he just said he's going to take his small butt out to lunch. Anyway, that's Jan from Quail Hill. Are we still here, guys? I don't know. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I think we have time for one more. Okay, let me type in one more. Okay, all right. We have time for one more. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's, we have time for one more, and then we're going to go. So, let's see. Let me just, okay, here's Rapunzel. Who's this one's by? Okay, let's see. Oh, I can't read it. Who's this by? Oh, this is by Sister Woman Jonna. Yeah, he said, I thought you'd like that. Okay. Rapunzel, Once Upon a Time. This one's by, I couldn't read it for a minute, but it's Sister One. The king and queen had a beautiful baby girl named Rapunzel that was promised to an enchantress in exchange for a plant that was stolen from her garden to make the queen well. And all along here, this is all yellow. If you notice all the yellow curls all around, you don't see that till the end, but anyway. The enchantress hid Rapunzel away in a very high tower with no doors but only one window. One day a prince on his horse was riding by and heard beautiful singing coming from the tower. See the little prince down there on the horse? It's so cute. Music notes. He heard the enchantress say, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." And she would let her hair down for the enchantress to climb up. After seeing the prince, came back the next night to do the same. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," he said. And she did. He climbed up and rescued her. They fell deeply in love, married, and lived happily ever after. And so, see, her hair goes all around the whole border of the whole zine. It's so clever. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, let's do one more. Okay, this one's Dana's Rapunzel. Okay, so Dana did Rapunzel too. Dana Christensen, y'all know our Dada Dana. So if y'all know, she actually draws these beautiful girls. So Dana, if you watch this recording, there's one of Dana's girls. Yeah, you can put links in, Grammy, or whoever for Grammy. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your... Look how the hair that I may climb. It just goes all the way through. The golden braid. So yeah, it goes all the way through. But I love her girl. I know. All right, guys. Well, it's probably time to go. Hubster took his little butt to lunch. Let me look on the other side. Oh, I didn't even get to look through this stack. These were quotes. These were different quote ones, and I tried to have their names on them. Let's see what's this one. Who's this one by? Here's Lisa again. Informal hysteria, aka laughter. She's got a little Charlie Chaplin, it looks like there. A day without laughter is a day wasted. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie and I share a commonality. Charlie and I share a commonality. He was a slapstick comedian, and I think of myself as a slapstick artist, both unscripted and unrestrained. Lisa. Fine art humorist Jeff Leedy authored a book titled, "Are You Laughing at My Art? Well, are you? I sure don't mind if you are, because if you are laughing, all is well." Childhood jokes. Childhood jokes. Childhood jokes are so slapstick. What did the wall say to the other wall? And you got to turn it over. "I'll meet you at the corner." What did the rug say to the floor? "Don't move, I've got you covered." Ha ha ha, hee hee. My art is my heart laughing. Slapstick art. So I think we'll leave it at that. Isn't that awesome? And if you look, you can see the whole Charlie Chaplin covers the whole middle. So there's the Charlie Chaplin down the middle. And when you fold it up, he's a little bit on every page. So, yeah. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing some zines, some rubber band books, some file folder projects, and yeah. So thanks for being here, guys. And yeah, that was a good one to end with, right? All right, guys. Bye. Thanks, everybody, for watching and watching the recording on YouTube. Thanks, guys.